Hello gamers, welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. We are back at the gaming table with my two favorite characters, Nash Duncan, smuggler, scoundrel and flyer for hire, and his companion, crew member and fledgling girlfriend, Rhya, Eldridian shadow huntress, and they have been through some crazy stuff together, and at the moment we are at a traveling shadow port called the Den, which visited the Keldor sector, and it is someplace near this Keldor belt here. We traveled there from Calcareous, a wretched hive of scum and villainy, because we are on a mission, or we accepted a job to deliver a load of B1 old Clone Wars era B1 battle droids, 7 of them, to a female Twi'lek called Tula. And what we don't know is that she is a member of the Rebel Alliance, a resistance cell, and she is expected to arrive at 2000 hours. At the moment, it is 1700 hours, so we got 3 hours time still to pass and to explore the Den. And Nash just won a little sabak tournament, which resulted in some trouble afterwards, a little blaster fight. So we had to pay a little fee to swept this thing under the rug to the Keldjira militia. So the Keldjira militia is basically the security of the Den, because the Den is run by a Hutt clan lord, and his name is Belgo Keldjira, and he is running this facility, this shadow port, with his enforcers. So, and if you're wondering where I got this idea from this setting here called, just one second, The Wandering Tavern. It is a floating tabletop RPG setting by the homie and the dude, and it is very easy to convert this Wandering Tavern because it features like steampunk elements, airships, cargo bays, docking areas, bars, casinos, and everything, also to a space opera setting. So I figured I convert the Wandering Tavern into a traveling shadow port called the Den, which I did, and I'm basically showcasing this setting also by exploring the Den. And if you're interested in this, you can use my code SOLO, all capitalized, and pick this up, and you will get not 10 but 20% off now, and not only on this purchase but on all purchases you make on that website, and I will link this in the video description. So after we paid our fee, we still have time to pass, so we head over to the Flying Rum Barrel Bar. So the tournament took place in the Godspeed Gaming Hall, and now with some cash in my pocket, some credit chips in my pocket, I'm heading over to the Flying Rum Barrel together with Rhya to get something to eat and to pass the time until Tula hopefully arrives, and so that we don't run into more trouble. So we enter this Flying Rum Barrel. So let me read the description. Entering the Flying Rum Barrel feels like stepping into a summer holiday. The air is hot, humid, and dripping with the sweet smells of fresh fruits and tropical flowers. So actually a nice change of pace. Not too uncomfortable. The seating area is broken up into 4 rooms, 3 on the bottom floor and 1 on the second floor, with additional seating on the balcony for when the weather is nice. So here, of course, there's no balcony because we are on a spaceport, but there's like, remember, almost you can imagine it like 10 Forward in Star Wars, Star Trek, excuse me, there's like a large open transparent steel viewing area where you can basically look out into outer space. Yeah, so that's not the balcony. This is this observation lounge, you could call it, where you could also observe like stellar phenomena or something like that. Each dining area is filled with mismatched tables and chairs, tasteful art, and flower boxes filled with rainbows of blooming plumeria. And I have to admit, I don't know what that is. And then there in the back, there are the private quarters of the guy who runs this place. So I'm not going to describe these quarters because I don't see them. So you get a description of these locations and also digital maps. But there's one interesting thing, and this is here also. So we enter this bar. It is pretty crowded. People are coming in because, of course, there are people having regular work days here on the den. It's a large facility that needs to be run, so they're starting to get off work. It's like 5:30, so they're coming in to have dinner or something, so it is filled. But there's one attraction here which immediately catches our attention, and this is the spacewalk station. So in the Wandering Tavern, it is a bungee jump station. So you could actually, because like the Wandering Tavern is like a floating giant airship, you could from this area here, you could make bungee jumps, and there are rules for that in here. But of course, like we are in a spaceport, but I figured it would be cool. Like there's a section where you could do spacewalks like the astronauts do today. So you can get into a spacesuit and get attached to a cable, and then you just get ejected out into space, and then you float outside the Wandering Tavern in deep space, just attached with this little cable to the station, and this is like the thrill. So there's like the bungee jump station here is the spacewalk station. So traveling thrill seekers love the adrenaline-fueled gamble of the spacewalk. This wild experience was recently installed on the den. And yeah, so there's some things going on. And I just saw that I forgot my little Star Wars Funko Pops. They need, of course, to be here. All right, so we entered this flying rum barrel bar, and we are lucky because we get a table still. And I go to Rhya and I say, have you ever been out into space? I mean, not in a starship, but like doing a spacewalk like this? And Rhya goes, in her normal, calm, calculating manner, she goes, well, no, why would I want to do that? Why would I risk my life on this thrill without a purpose if I don't have to? Come on, Rhya, this is the same as why I like gambling. Like this thrill, this nerve-tickling experience. What do you say? Just the two of us out into space, drifting along in this endless, limitless void. Come on, we have to try it. Come on. I know you want it. Come on, with me. Spacewalk. And I come a little bit closer, and with a slight smile on my face, I lean towards her and I go, well, I will hold your hand if you want. And she can't help it. She smiles a little and gives me like a friendly punch. Get away. I don't need hand holding. Okay, okay, okay. Shadow Huntress always looks for new ways to discipline herself. So I just figure this will be another trial to test my will and my nerves. And I will pass this trial. Of course you will, because you're you. Come on, let's go. So we go to the spacewalk station. And of course there's a fee we have to pay, which I gladly pay. So I invite Rhya. Come on, Rhya, I treat you to a little spacewalk. So it's 100 credits per person. So I pay. So I'm at 6,100 credits now. And we get into this space suit and we check it as good as we can. And then we head out into space. So we enter a small airlock. And then from this airlock, we are ejected into space. And there we are, drifting outside the Wandering Tavern in deep space. And you know me, I like to gamble. So let's see. Let's see if something goes wrong. And yeah, I'm a little bit uneasy because those of you who have watched a couple of episodes with me, you know my luck. So I'll give it a 5% chance. 5% that there's something going wrong on this spacewalk. 5%. Oh, come on. 16, no. Lucky me. All right, so let's see, but it is, I mean, I've never done a spacewalk and probably never will, but I think it is a pretty jarring experience. So let's see if our two adventurers are actually up to it. This will be a willpower roll, which is a cunning roll. And I will, because Rhya, she is an Eldrithian Shadow Huntress, I rule that her athletics proficiency, however, suits her well in this case. So she gets her proficiency bonus. Nash doesn't get a proficiency bonus, but he's got cunning 4. So Nash first, cunning 4. And let's decide on a difficult number for not getting sick or panic. I think it is moderate. It's a moderate roll. Target number 3. Nash first. Come on, Nash. Target number 3. Ooh, I make it. 443, barely, but I make it. Okay, so it is a jarring experience, and yeah, for a moment there, I'm pretty stunned, and I almost panic as I realize how small and insignificant I am compared to the grand scheme of things. And now Rhya, 4 dice. Come on, Rhya, you can do it. Oh yes, look at this. 3 successes with an exploding die. Yeah, 4 successes so easily. So Rhya, she's a disciplined warrior, so she's not even close to panicking. She just breathes, she focuses, she calms her mind, she disciplines herself. Basically, almost like she meditates. And then after like 15 minutes, this whole experience is over and we are reeled back into the flying rum barrel. So that was a nice experience. Let's say with all the setup and everything, it is now 1800 hours after our spacewalk. So now we finally get some dinner. So we get a nice table, and Rhya goes, well, I stand corrected. It was actually a pretty neat experience. It was good training to strengthen my nerves, focus my mind, and strengthen my resolve. Maybe we should implement some form of the spacewalk into our Shadow Huntress training. Well, maybe that is indeed a good idea. See? Wasn't a waste after all. I have to admit, Nash Duncan, you are full of surprises. Yeah, I know I am. Alright, so now we get some nice dinner and let's see if something happens. Because my framework, it features some procedures. And also there's like a procedure for hanging out in a bar, because this is what we're doing. We eat, drink, relax, and maybe we hear some rumors. Roll 1d6, on a 5 or 6 you pick up a rumor. Roll on the rumor generator. So let's see first if we hear a rumor. So I still have this nasty, or not nasty, but this persistent cough, but I'm still feeling much better. All right, so 5 or 6. No, we do not hear a rumor. So everybody is eating. It is loud because, like I said, people are coming in. So we don't hear a rumor, or we don't overhear a rumor, but let's see if an encounter occurs. We roll another d6. On a roll of 1. An encounter occurs. Roll of 1. No. And now finally, the last thing you do is you check if somebody is, I call it like challenging you to some kind of bar game, like arm wrestling, drinking contest, knife throwing contest, or some other form of contest that is usually done at a bar. All right, so on a roll of 6, let's see. No. All right, so it's actually a pretty calm evening. And we easily spend 2 hours, so we talk a little, and yeah, we discuss a little bit what we might do after this job if Rhya is not called on a mission again by the Council of Elders, which can always happen, but we don't know, as it is finally 2000 hours and almost punctual, like a couple of minutes after 2000 hours, I am contacted. My comlink beeps and I answer. Yes, go ahead. Nash Duncan here. Well, this is Tula. I have just docked. I arrived here without incident, thankfully, and I've just docked. So if it's not inconvenient, I would be happy to meet you at the docks to get this over with. I have to admit, I'm a little bit uneasy. Why are you uneasy? I heard some rumors that never mind. Let's just get it over with. Yeah, we just have to pay our tab, and then we will be right over at the docking area. Docking area, right? Yeah, docking area. All right, so I go, well, Tula's here. And Rhya looks at me and goes, well, I'm not deaf, you know. I just heard what you said. Yeah. All right, so let's head over there. So we head over to this docking area, and I've made like this little ugly drawing when I first landed here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you another picture. So I've shown you how the Wandering Tavern looks in a medieval setting, and in our space setting here it looks like this. So this is the Wandering Tavern, and this area right here is like the docking area, and this is like the reception area. And what you don't see on this picture, but I made a little ugly drawing here, is that there are these walkways that lead to like a small cluster, and those are like airlock hallways, and these are ships. So a total of 12 ships can dock at the station. So our ship is docked there as well. We had to pay a rather high docking fee, and then you enter like this concourse here, and then you enter into the station. And remember, here we had an encounter with the Keldor militia, where Rhya had to use like a little mind trick. So we make our way to this docking cluster and up here to this docking cluster here. All right, so there's already a Twi'lek standing in the hallway. So this doesn't really fit. I would rather have more like a scoundrel looking Twi'lek female with a blaster, but I don't have very many female Twi'lek miniatures. I think there are not that many in the Star Wars miniatures game. So this will be Tula. Of course, she does not have a staff. She's got a blaster pistol. So you gotta use your imagination a little. And so this Twi'lek woman, a green Twi'lek woman, but wearing like a leather coat and like a classic smuggler's outfit, gun belt, is standing in this concourse waiting for us. So we approach, and I go, Tula, I presume. Yes, that is me. Well, may I introduce my companion and first mate, Rhya, and I'm Nash Duncan. Nice to finally meet you. So you said you're a little bit uneasy, so as far as I'm concerned, we can go down, or we can get straight to business. So excuse me or for asking, but how exactly are you planning to get those droids on board your ship? Cargo transport here seems a little complicated with these docking setup here. Yeah, but that's no problem. They're droids after all. I will just activate them and have them walk over to my ship. I got this droid control unit here. So I could just start them with this control unit, upload their primary programming, and then I will just order them to walk onto my ship. Yeah, that is great, but there's the small matter of payment. We got paid 2,000 in advance, but I think payment, or the agreed upon payment, was 7,000. We were told that we will get 5,000 on delivery. So I have to insist that before you activate this control mechanism or upload your control software onto the droids, I would be very pleased if you could just pay us first. Of course. I know how this business works, so don't worry about it. Okay, and while we are negotiating there and talking there, Rhya, she looks around and then suddenly she goes, Nash, company. Huh? And I turn around. And down the hallway, in the middle of the hallway, down the hallway comes a figure. A figure that we have fought before and that we know because this figure is very distinct. And down the hall comes a female Mandalorian gunslinger, a woman wearing red-black Mandalorian battle armor, a blue cape, and they're not drawn yet, but she carries 2 blaster pistols in gun belts. And she walks towards us very calmly, her hands hovering above her blasters. And those of you who have seen the first season, you might remember this Mandalorian gunslinger woman. So this is the woman we fought an epic battle. Rhya went down. Nash was also not doing too well, but she also was wounded, had only 1 hit point left, and escaped, and we let her go. And back then I formed the idea that this might be a recurring villain or nemesis. And as fate has it, she is a bounty huntress, and of course our Tula, she is wanted. Somebody has posted a bounty on her head, and she has located her and approaches. And Tula goes, damn, I knew I had a bad feeling. We know this woman, Rhya says. We have ran into her before. Yeah, then you know how dangerous she is. This is Rima Vess, notorious Mandalorian bounty huntress. Well, we didn't catch her name last time, but we still have a score to settle. And Rima goes, well, then let's settle this score right now. 3 for the price of 1. Not a good deal, but this, and she slightly nods with her Mandalorian helmet towards Rhya and Nash. This is personal. This I do for free. And then she gets her blasters out, and we roll initiative. And let's set up this combat here. Yeah, let's take this one, map number 19. '17, 18, 19. So this is actually fitting. Let me check the camera real quick. So imagine like this is not here. This is like the hallway, and this is like the stocking cluster, and there might be little hallways going towards the different the docking bays, but that's not important. Basically, she comes down this hallway, and we were here, turned around. Tula is here. We just talked. So let me check the camera. I think you should be able to see this. Let's get this a little bit further down. And she gets her blasters out. And because it's she's only 1 and we are 3, I will give her the initiative. All right, so she has the initiative. Just for flavor and fluff. Put these pictures here. Oops, damn. Come on, Rhya. You're down here. Okay, so yeah, she gets the initiative. So this is Rima Vess, Mandalorian Huntress. Now transferred to Starships and Blasters. When we encountered her, I was using my Stardock rule set. And so I wrote her stats down. So she is tough. She's got all stats at 3. A proficiency bonus of +2. I gave her 20 stamina for cinematic effects. A defense value of 4. So her base defense value is 1. Because this is her agility divided by 2 rounded down. So that's 1. But she gets +3 for her Mandalorian armor. So this is like heavy armor, but because it's Mandalorian armor, it is not that heavy. So she can still move around. It's just Mandalorian armor, you know how it is. And she's wielding dual blasters, which I just, for cinematic purposes, treat as a heavy weapon. So she gets a +3, so still only 1 attack, 1 target, +3 item bonus to the attack pool, representing pew pew, her dual wielding blasters. And of course, so she's a bounty huntress. So here in the back of Starships and Blasters, there's a small section of NPCs and bounty hunters. They have a special ability called Hunter. Add +1 to all attack pools when fighting an opponent that has a bounty placed on their head. So we, as far as we know, not yet have a bounty on our head, but Tula has, because she has come looking for Tula. So when she attacks Tula, she gets +1 to her attack pool. And let me just read the flavor text here. Cunning and intimidating stalkers that relentlessly hunt their prey. Their skills are in high demand by the Imperium, the syndicates, and local security forces to track down the most vile criminals, or just people that someone once removed. So that is her. And I also made up stats for Tula, going by the Scoundrel and Smuggler stat block here in this game. So she also has all stats 3. Her proficiency bonus is +1. She has 15 stamina, defense value of 2, wearing just light armor, her padded jacket. And she's using DL44, the classic Smuggler heavy blaster. Counts as a medium weapon, +2 to the attack pool. And she, once per encounter, can re-roll a single test, which can also be an attack. And the flavor text reads, self-confident and cocky rogues with quick wits, silver tongues, a quick draw, and a starship for hire. All right, so let's go. She has the initiative. So but she's strictly a professional. So even though it's personal for her with us, she still attacks Tula. And she attacks her with 9 dice. 3 for her stat, 3 for her dual blasters, and 2 for proficiency. That is 8 +1 because of the query bonus. Okay, so that's not good. 3, 6, 9. Damn it. Oh, look at this. Failure, failure, failure. So that is 1, 2, 3, 5 successes with 2 exploding dice. Oh, look at this. Another exploding die. Ah, oh, look at this. So that is 3, 6, 8 successes. 8 successes. Tula has a defense value of 2, so that is 6 points of damage, taking her stamina to 9 with 1 shot. So she just gets her blasters off, pew, 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 and Tula, she tries to dodge, but she is hit in the shoulder. But that was her. now she can still take a move. She moves like so. There's this little, so this is not there, but she can move in here to take some cover. And I just rule that cover adds +1 to her defense value. All right, now our turn. So Nash, he will go first. He will move first to get a better angle. 1, 2, 3. He will move 3. 1, 2, 3. And from here he can shoot straight at her without cover, like from this corner. Target her, like shooting around corner, just pew pew pew, shooting into this tight spot with his Starship Blaster. He attacks 8 dice. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. All right, failure, failure, failure. 3, 4, 5 successes with 1 exploding die. So far only 1 point of damage, 5 successes. Yeah, 5 successes. So here for cinematic purposes, she never dodges. All hits go straight into her armor. And unless she goes down, she looks as if she's not affected, as if she armor absorbs everything. So that is 5 dice. So I go pew pew. And she just pew pew deflects the bolts with her armor, takes 1 point of damage, which is like endurance or exhaustion, but not an actual wound. Rhya, so no more time for being subtle. She ignites her force blade, or the shadow blade it is called, Eldridian shadow blade. Or was it force blade? I think it was. I don't know. I gotta look it up. But never mind now. She just moves 1, 2, 3. And she just engages her. She can move afterwards. So, and she attacks 7 dice with her force blade. Yeah, force blade. Okay, so 6, 7 dice. All right, failure, failure, failure. That is 4 successes and 1 exploding die. So far, no damage, but I get to reroll 1. No, 4 successes versus defense value of 4, meaning for cinematic purposes, she blocks the lightsaber with her wrist guards, with her Mandalorian armor, Mandalorian steel Beskar wrist guards. Pew, pew. And now it's her, no, Tula. Now the question is, does she stick around actually? But, alright, she does need the droids for the Rebel Alliance, and she has help. However, she's already seriously injured. So she could also just leave and set up another rendezvous. So actually, I'll give it 60-40. 60% she stays, 40% she leaves, because it is her turn now. So 60% she stays. $100. 000, which is an exceptional no by my percentile oracle. So she does not stay, she bails. So while we are actually fighting for her, she just takes a double move, she bails and heads for her ship. And just as she bails, she just screams, "I'll contact you with another drop-off location. All the best." She just goes and leaves. Great. So now it's us against her. So that was Tula. So now it is the Mandalorians. Rima Vess's turn. Okay, so Rhya, she is standing right in front of her, so she will just shoot. However, now she only gets 8 dice. Only 8 dice. 3, 6, 7, 8, because no quarry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn. But looks like I am also a little bit lucky, because failure, failure, failure. Okay, so 5 successes, but 1 exploding die. So far, Rhya, 5 successes, 6 successes. 3 is a success. Rhya's defense value is 3. Her stamina 17, so she takes 3 points of damage. She's at stamina 14. Alright, our turn. We will retaliate. So Rhya, she has 1 power point left. 1 is used, 1 left. She uses the force now. I'm using a power point to just add 2 dice to her attack pool, meaning 9 dice to attack. So she focuses on the force. 4, 6, 8, 9 to guide her hand and to find maybe a weak spot in the armor. 9 dice, last PowerPoint used. Oh, come on, Rhya, this is not good. 2, 3 failures. So this is 3, 6 successes, but 1 exploding die at least. Six successes, 7 successes. Okay, so 7 minus 4, that is 3. Okay, so that takes her stamina from 19 to 16. And now Rhya, she can still move. She moves away so that Nash, and there are no attacks of opportunity in this game, so that Nash gets a clear shot. Alright, Nash, but he's not at full stamina either. He's at 10 stamina. So now he gets out his Shannon, or he already has his Shannon Blaster. Pew! 8 dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. Okay, failure, 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 failure. 4, but no exploding dice. So 4 successes versus 4 defense value. Again, she just blocks with her Mandalorian wrist guards and takes no damage. Alright, so Rhya attacked and I attacked. Now it's her turn again. She now focuses on me. Because and she also she moves to get some more movement in here. So she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get some distance between her and Rhya, so that maybe Rhya can't attack. And then she attacks Nash. 8 dice. 2, 4, 7, 8 dice. Pew, pew, pew. Failure, failure, failure. 5 successes, 2 exploding dice, however. Oh. 6, 7 successes, another exploding die. Lucky. Okay, 7 successes minus 3, however that is 4, so I'm at 6 stamina, damn it. Because I'm a little wounded from this blaster fight in the bar. I didn't rest. Alright, our turn now. Let's see Rhya. Can she reach her? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, lucky 6. Because, okay. So Rhya moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Force blade, 7 dice. 3, 6, 7. Come on, Rhya. Give me a good roll. She used all her power points. Yes, this looks promising at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, but 2 exploding die. 5, 6 successes. That is 2 points of damage. 2 points, bringing her to 14 stamina. And now it's Nash's turn still. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here, so that no, I'm only moving towards here so that there's not the danger of hurting Rhya. So 8 dice, come on, Starship Blaster. Pew! So this finely crafted weapon that I got from Rhya. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Failure, 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 failure. 3 successes, no exploding dice, meaning no damage. It's all in the armor. Pew, pew. Okay, her turn again. She attacks. She moves a little. 1, 2, 3, just to get some distance. And focuses again on Nash. Pew, pew. Okay, so 8 dice. Damn it. 3, 6, 8. Oh, Nash, come on. Looks promising. No exploding dice. Failure, 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 failure. Lucky. 4 successes. I got defense value 3, only 1 point of damage, so I'm only nicked. Okay. That was a lucky break that I needed. All right, it's our turn. Rhya. 1, 2, 3. Force blade. 7 dice. Come on, Rhya. 7 dice. Yes, yes, yes. Failure. Success, 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 and 2 exploding dice. So 6 successes so far and 2 exploding dice. 6 successes. Come on. Yes! 8 successes and another exploding die. Nine successes and another exploding die. This is great. This is great because it's so cinematic. I'll tell you why in a minute. Yes, look at this. Another success. So that is 3, 6, 10 successes. -4, 6 points of damage, which takes Rima Vess to 8 stamina. And you know why this is so cinematic, actually? Because like Rhya also now cares for Nash, and they're sort of like a couple. And now it's like this wild lioness fighting for not her cubs, because obviously he's not her cub, but for her companion. So the thought of losing Nash because he is wounded, and she sees like the pain in his face, fuels her rage. So almost as if she taps into the dark side of the Force, but she doesn't, but almost. So this caused her to land this great hit. So Rhya went first, now Nash. So we are now in perfect sync. I move so that I don't hurt her. 3, 5, 8. Come on, Nash, you can do it too. Three failures. 6 successes. No, 5 successes, but 1 exploding die. 5 successes. 5 successes, so only 1 point of damage. Defense value, but still, 1 point is a point. 7. She's at stamina 7. So she's at 7, Nash at 5, Rhya at 14. So now I get a better feeling. So she, like she's, this is personal, but she does not get paid. Her quarry is gone, so she's doing like a fighting retreat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But still shooting at Nash. 8 dice. Pew, pew, with her dual blasters. Ha ha ha. But that is only 4 successes, no explodings, 1 point of damage. So I got another break. I'm at 4. Nash is at 4 stamina. Our turn. I immediately retaliate from where I'm standing. 8 dice. 8 dice. Come on, Nash. Failure, 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 failure. So 4 successes. So far no damage, but 1 exploding die. Yes! Exploding die. Another 6. Yes, another success. So that is 6 successes. Minus 4, that is 2 points of damage. Bringing Rima Vest to 5 stamina. And now Rhya. She charges 1, 2, 3, 4 and attacks 7 dice. Force Blade. 3, 4, 7. Okay, failure, failure. But 5 successes with 2 exploding dice. Yes, 6 successes. Minus 4, that is 2. That brings her to 3 stamina. Alright, so now it's her turn. And she's not stupid, and I like this idea of a recurring nemesis. So she just goes, "This time you win again, but we will meet again." And I will take a double move and to go away. Double move, no shooting. But we decide to let her go because we don't want to get into trouble with the militia, and our business partner left, so we should leave too. We shouldn't linger here any longer. Rhya, are you all right? Yeah, I think I'm in better shape than you, but I'm also wounded. Damn. But it's just it's a scratch, a little burn. We should go before the militia arrives and we get into more trouble. There's nothing for us here left. Our business partner proved to be a fine ally. Yeah, we gotta talk about this with her, but yeah, we need to find her first, and I want to get rid of these droids to get paid. Let's leave. All right, so we also head to our ship, and yeah, we don't really ask for clearance because just in case we don't get it, but it's we are just attached to the outside of the den. So we only need to basically release the docking clamps. So we release the docking clamps, turn the old vessel around. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, this is the versatile rust bucket, Nash Duncan Starship, an old Corellian Engineering YR1080 light freighter, completely made up, like an old predecessor to the YT1300 series. And this is his ship. Yeah, so we leave as well. And while we plot a course, I also try to hail Tula. And indeed she responds and goes over the comlink. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you got out all right. What about Rhya Vess? She's still alive? Yeah, she's a professional. I go. She got away, but I got this feeling that it's not the last we've seen of her. And I'm in bad shape. And Rhya is also slightly injured. So, what now? Yeah, well, let's meet. Have you ever heard of the Gold Rock system? Yeah, it's an out-of-the-way system here in the Keldor sector. Yeah, let's head for Gold Rock and meet there. I'll wait there for you, and then we should be safe there. It is a desolate, out-of-the-way planet, an unremarkable dump, and there we will have the necessary surroundings to conduct our business. Gold Rock, you say, okay? Plotting a course now. All right, see you there. All right, folks, this is where I will end this story. I'm almost this session. I'm approaching my 1 hour mark. Yeah, so I hope you liked this episode. It felt good to be back at the gaming table with these two characters. And I checked, and this video, when I upload this video, this will be my video number 199. So the next video will be video 200. And I think 200 is a good number to end the second season of Adventures in the Keldor sector. So my next video will also be Rhya and Nash, where we will be concluding this season with hopefully completing our delivery. Yeah, and so I hope you tune in for the season finale. And as always, thank you for watching, and stay safe and stay healthy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.